Hey guys, I hope you're all doing fine. I am Laura Ma'am, your host for today. Today's lesson is Robin Hood and John Little, lesson number 6, found on page number 73. Now, the name of the lesson Robin Hood. I do not know how many of you have heard of Robin Hood. Let me tell you about Robin Hood. Robin Hood is a heroic outlaw. An outlaw is a robber, especially the English stories or people from the other countries say that Robin Hood is an outlaw. They call him a robber, and this Robin Hood is actually a person who is very good in archery, that is bow and arrow, and also a very good swordsman. He always wears a green dress, and why he is called an outlaw is he lives in the forest, and what he does is he and his men, his band of merry men, that is Robin Hood's whole band, they rob the rich people and give that money to the poor. Today's lesson is just a part of a number of stories told about Robin Hood. They saying there are a lot of stories told about Robin Hood. This is one story that we are going to read about Robin Hood. The tales of Robin Hood and his merry men describe the adventures of Robin Hood, an outlaw who lived in the forest in England. So this Robin Hood was a person who lived in England. He and his merry men. Merry men are his band of robbers, and all his stories are about people whom he took money from and gave the rich people whom he took money from and gave it to the poor. He lived in a forest in England. He and his group of faithful followers, the merry men, robbed the rich and gave the riches to the poor. Very often, Robin Hood felt that the rich people who did bad things to the poor, whenever they crossed the forest, he and his men used to catch those people, those rich people, take away all the money from them, and from whom they took the money, he used to go and give it to those poor people. So he was doing a good job, but maybe not in the right way. That is why he was called an outlaw. The common people loved them. This play shows how Robin Hood is always fair. Now here they are saying the ordinary man, like the poor man, poor people loved him because he used to help them when they were in need. And they want to show in this story that he was a person who was very just, a person who did things what was right. So the whole story tells us about how fair he is. Fair is how just he was. Now the characters in the play are Robin Hood, John Little, and band of merry men. So there are three groups, three set of people. One is Robin Hood, whom I told you is the main person in the story. Then John Little, who's another person who comes into the group, and then there is band of merry men. Band of merry men are all his group of people who do good for the poor. Now let me begin. Robin to his merry men. It's dull here. I must go and look for something exciting. I'll blow my horn thrice if I need any help. So Robin tells his merry men in the forest, it's boring here. I'll go out and see if I can do something very, very exciting. And if I find something very exciting, he had a horn. I'll blow that horn 3 times if I need help. He sets out and walks through the forest. He mounts a narrow wooden bridge. He sees a giant of a man on the other end of the bridge who starts to cross over at the same time. Now he walks through the forest. Then he mounts a narrow wooden bridge. Mounts means he climbs a narrow bridge, a bridge which is very thin, where only one person can walk on. And when he climbs onto the bridge, he says on the other side of the bridge, he says a giant of a man. A giant of a man means a huge man on the other side of the bridge. That person also is trying to cross this bridge at the same time. I told you the bridge is narrow and only one person can cross at a time. So one side you had Robin Hood, on the other side you had this giant like man. So what does Robin say? Robin, who stands there? Stand back and let me pass. So Robin Hood says, who is that there? Wait there only. Let me cross and then let you cross. Robin Hood tells the other man. The man does not move. So that other man also, he is also stubborn. He doesn't move. He wants to cross the bridge first. Robin, well, you are very stubborn. I'll show you how we deal with fellows like you. So Robin Hood is also stubborn. He looks at that other man and says, you're not listening to me. You're very stubborn. So I will also show you how we will challenge, how we challenge people like you who are stubborn, he says. Robin lifts his bow to attack. So Robin takes his bow and arrow. Robin is very good at archery. Archery is bow and arrow. He takes his bow and tries to attack that other man with his bow. John Little angrily, you are not being fair. You are armed with a bow and arrow. I have only my staff. So the man on the other side of the bridge is a person called John Little. He gets angry and he says, you are very unjust. You are not doing the right thing, he says. You got bow and arrow with you and I have got only a stick with me. A staff is a stick. Robin, you stay here while I cut myself a staff. So Robin Hood says, okay, you're saying I'm partial or I'm unjust or I'm not right. Wait for me here only. I'll go and cut a branch or a stick for myself and come. I prefer archery, but you have only a staff and I always fight in a fair way. So Robin Hood says, I like bow and arrow, but because you got only a stick with you, I will also fight with only a stick because I have to do the right thing. Robin leaps off the bridge, goes to a nearby oak tree, cuts himself a staff from one of the branches and runs back to the bridge. So Robin, what he does, Robin Hood, he gets down from the bridge, runs. There's one big oak tree. Oak tree is a huge tree in the forest, the name of a tree. He cuts one branch from there and comes back to the bridge. Robin, now we are even. So Robin tells that other man, now both of us have got the same weapon. Even is the same weapon. You also got a stick, I have also a stick. We'll fight till one of us falls in the stream below. So Robin Hood tells the other man, let us fight with each other till one of us falls into the stream. The bridge is over a stream. So till one of us falls in the stream, we will fight. The first one to fall off the bridge will lose. So among us two, if one of us fall in the stream, he is the loser. Then the other person will cross the bridge first. John Little laughing, I hope you know how to swim. So this John Little, he cracks a joke and says, you only will fall. I hope you know how to swim. I hope you know how to swim. He's trying to tell Robin Hood that he is going to win. Little John only will win and that Robin Hood will fall into the stream. In the middle of the bridge, the two men meet. Both of them come to the center of the bridge and they meet each other. What are they going to do? They are going to fight with each other. They are well matched and fight earnestly, blow for blow. They are well matched means both of them are quite strong. Both of them are very good at fighting and they fight seriously. Earnestly is they fight seriously, blow for blow. Blow for blow means once that fellow is hitting and this other fellow is blocking. Once that fellow is hitting and this fellow is blocking. So they are fighting perfectly. One blow from Robin's staff sends the giant reeling. But before he falls, he swings his staff around and catches Robin. So what he says, suddenly Robin Hood, what he does, as they're fighting, suddenly Robin Hood takes his stick and hits the giant hits Little John in such a way that Little John is about to fall into the stream. But before falling into the stream, he turns himself and swings that stick and hits Robin. Now when he hits Robin Hood, what happens is, unprepared for the blow, the outlaw loses his footing and falls into the stream. Suddenly, when John Little turns back and hits Robin Hood never expects to be beaten back. He slips and falls into the stream. John Little, oh, What are you doing, fine fellow? Robin spluttering, swimming. No one has been able to do what you have done today. You are a brave and strong man. And suddenly he sees Robin Hood is in the fallen in the water. So Little John asks Robin Hood, "What are you doing there?" And Robin Hood says, he's spluttering. That means you will find him trying to come out of the water. He says, "I'm swimming." And then he tells John, "You are a very brave and strong man. Nobody ever defeated me the way you have defeated me. You are a very brave and strong man." John Little, "As long as you know you are beaten, I'll let you cross the bridge." So this John Little, he tells Robin, "If you tell me that you are defeated, beaten is, if you are defeated, if you agree that you are defeated, then I'll allow you to cross the bridge." Robin wades up the bank and gets back on the bridge. Robin swims and comes at the side of the bridge and climbs on the bridge. "Robin, you are very skilled. Where do you work?" Robin Hood is so happy after he meets Little John, because he sees that he's a very good fighter. So he asks Little John, Robin Hood asks Little John, "Where are you working? How well you have fought." John Little sadly, nobody gives John Little work. So John Little is saying, very sad, John Little says, "Nobody gives me any work. They are all afraid of me. I often go hungry." So they said, everybody looks at me because, everybody looks at him, and very often he goes hungry. That means he's so big and huge that people start getting frightened of him. Very often they don't even give food for him to eat. "Robin, why don't you come with me? I'll show you a band of fine fellows who will be glad to give you a good meal." So Robin Hood tells John Little, you come and join me, join my group, and I'll introduce you to my friends. They will give you how much food you want. They'll be very happy to feed you. You come and join my group. Robin lifts his horn to his lips and blows into it. Robin has a horn with him always, Robin Hood. He takes the horn and blows the horn. Loudly, 3 times he blows the horn. 3 loud notes ring out through the forest. Soon a crowd of men surrounds them. As soon as Robin Hood blows the horn 3 times, you'll find the whole group of Robin Hood's men, they come and they surround Robin Hood. Robin, looking proud, "These are my merry men," John Little turning to his men. So he introduces, Robin Hood introduces John Little to his men and Little John to each other. Robin Hood tells John Little, "These are my men." Very happily, very proudly he says, "This is my group." And then he turns to the group and says, "This is John Little. And this is a man who would not let me cross the bridge and instead made me tumble into the stream. What shall we do with him?" So Robin Hood tells his band of men, says, "See, you see this man? He was the man who did not allow me to cross the bridge. He made me fall into the stream," he says. And he asks his men, "What shall we do with him?" So he asks this group of men, "What should we do with this Little John?" So the merry men shouting together, "Throw him into the stream too." So all his men, all Robin Hood's men loved Robin Hood very much. So they all scream out and said, "This man threw you in the stream, now you throw him in the stream," they say. Robin to his men, "That would not be fair. He's a brave man, and brave men we must respect." Turning towards John Little, "Would you like to join my band?" So Robin Hood tells, no, we should not do such a thing. It is partiality. It is not the right thing to throw him in the stream. He is a brave man, and we must respect such people, such kind of men. And then he turns to John and says, "Will you join my group?" John Little, "If you can shoot an arrow better than me, then I'll do whatever you say." This John Little says, "Let us have another competition." And what competition? bow and arrow competition. And he tells Robin Hood that if you shoot the arrow better than me, then I will join your group. Robin, that sounds fair to me. So Robin says, yeah, that's the right thing. Let's try another competition. He makes a cross out of two small twigs and places it on a tree 100 paces away. So Robin Hood, what he does, he takes two small sticks and makes a cross of two sticks and keeps it 100 paces away. 100 paces away is 100 steps. 100 footsteps away, he keeps it far away and hands John Little his bow and arrow. Then he gives John the bow and arrow. The winner is the one who shoots right at the center of the cross. You can try first. So Robin Hood tells Little John, whoever hits right in the center of the cross, they will be called as the winner. And he tells Little John, you start first. You shoot first. John Little takes aim. His arrow hits the center of the target. John takes nice aim carefully and shoots the arrow, and it goes right in the center of the cross. John Little, can you better that? John is asking Robin, can you do better than me? Better I can't, but worse I can. Better I can't do, but I can make it worse, he says. Robin Hood. Robin's arrow finds its mark, John's little arrow, and splits through the center. John Little's arrow went in the center and hit the cross mark. Robin Hood's arrow cut John Little's arrow half and went to the center. That means both were really very good. John Little, I can't believe my eyes. From today I'll do whatever you say. John Little is so happy that Robin Hood is also very good at bow and arrow, and he tells Robin Hood, whatever you tell me, I will do. That means he wants to join the group. Robin, welcome to my band of merry men. We have plenty to eat and drink, and we share equally what we earn. So Robin Hood says, come to my group. Welcome to my group. You can eat how much you want. You can drink how much you want. Whatever we get, we will share it equally among ourselves. The work we do is to right the wrong. The work we do is to right the wrong means whatever wrong things are done to people, we have to make it right. That means if any poor man is robbed of his money, they take that money from that person and give it back to the poor man. So whatever wrong things are being done, we make it right. If there is a tyrant anywhere about, or if a man robs the poor, he has to settle with us. So he says, if there's a person who's a leader who's very bad and who is cheating the poor people, we go and we settle that account. Settle that means they take the money from the rich man which he robbed from the poor man and give it back to the poor, and Robin Hood gives it back to the poor man. There will be plenty of fighting. It's a hard life, but it offers fine sport. What do you say? Robin Hood tells what is their job. Their job is, if any rich man goes and cheats a poor man and takes money from that poor man, and while he is crossing the forest, if they come to know about that, then they go take in the night, attack this rich man, take away all his money and send the rich man. Then they take the money and go and give it to the poor man. And Robin Hood tells Little John, it is difficult, but you feel the life is very hard, but it's a nice kind of a sport. It's a kind of fine sport, means it gives a lot of adventure, you have a lot of fun, you feel satisfied. That is what Robin Hood tells Little John. John Little, looking pleased and extending his hand. So John Little is happy about what he is going to do. He stretches out his hand to shake hands. I will serve you with all my heart. He shakes hands with Robin Hood and says, I will do my best for you. Robin Hood and Little John shake hands while the merry men cheer. When both Robin Hood and Little John shake hands, the whole group is happy that they have got another member to their team. They all start enjoying themselves. John Little becomes a favorite with everyone in the forest. He remained Robin's loyal friend for the rest of his life. From that day onwards, John Little stayed with Robin Hood, and he became Robin Hood's favorite, closest friend, and even he was. They said he was so funny that everybody in the group loved him very much, and he spent all his life with Robin Hood. So in this story, they're just telling us Robin Hood, he how perfect he was or how right he was. That is what they are trying to tell you in this story.